Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. This is an amazing Monday. I'm having so much fun. I've been watching all our friends talk about the Branson meetup and all these great meetups. And I just want to say hi to a few people in the chat because we've got some people coming in on the green room. Ooh, and I'm not going to say who it is yet. So guess who was first tonight? Boondocking with Boomer. Way to go, Lance. Appreciate that. Thank you so much. But Angie Hay was a really close second. I think you guys were a tie if I had to say something. So there you go. John Chalker, thank you so much for being here. We do appreciate that. And there's Susan Jim from New Horizons. And of course, that cute little Tucker. Oh my goodness, what a sweetie pie. Ashley's World is here. Hey, good to see you. I just want to say thank you so much for all of our people that come out on Monday nights. We really do appreciate it. And we wouldn't be here without you. So this is a lot of fun to do a travel show on Monday nights and just talk about what's going on. So we're going to say a few more highs before we jump into our special guest, because we got a really cool special guest tonight. I'm really excited about it. Dream on Wheels. Hey, there's my sisterhood, the Traveling Margaritas. We're going to make it happen. Very excited about this. Ambling Adventure Stan, good to see you. Very awesome. And Four Man, hey, he says he's on his phone, so he's going to he can't tag everybody, but he's definitely saying hi to everybody. There's Joe Van from Michigan. Good to see you. Oh my gosh, so many real cool friends tonight. We really appreciate that. Solex, oh my gosh. Been here for the last 30 months, but I'm so shy. Well, Solex, we appreciate your coming by. Fabian's here. Hey, Fabian, we're counting down the minutes. We're on baby watch. We're very excited. I can't tell you. It's going to happen any day now. I can feel it. All right. So, and POA, yes. Proceeding Onward America says hi, of course. Thank you so much. Give our best to Becky. Absolutely. All right. Well, without further ado, I'm going to bring up our special guests because they are back there. I can see them. They're smiling. I've been waiting. These are really cool people. And when it comes to travel, I can't think of a better channel to have these guys up here. So here we go, guys. Ready? It's 1StrangeAdventure.
Hey there.
Hey.
How are you?
We're doing good. How about you?
Doing great.
Oh, it's a Monday. It's such a Monday. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to do one big thumbs up. We're going to do a thumb up raid. So everybody give a thumb up. If you guys haven't done it yet, give us a thumbs up real quick tonight. We would appreciate it because we know how people, it gets busy. We forget. All of a sudden we're excited. Give us a thumbs up before we go any further. But Harold and Cindy, I am just amazed at what you guys have accomplished this year. There's a lot of stuff going on. And I just want to know, first off, how have you been today?
Today has been good. We are in Maine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Rub it in.
Yes.
Rub it in.
Girl. We've also been working all day.
Yeah, we have. We worked all day, but the temperatures went from being like 80 to...
Well, we went from 90s to 68. So it's been amazing.
Wow. I was just going to say, how's the weather up there? But I think I know now. Wow.
Well, so it got up to 80 today. So, I mean, it was really hot
It got a little toasty earlier, but
here,
it cooled off back. So,
yeah.
We're doing good.
It's good. Well, and Johnny's like, wow, these guys are my favorite. I'm like, I know. They're really cool. I think we took a little detour through Virginia, came to see you guys when you were over there, which was fun. But so I've been watching your channel and watching your videos, which of course are amazing. And I love these things. But we have some questions that people have been asking us, and I'm going to put them up one by one. But this is a big deal. I'm going to be very careful as to how we go about this because there's a lot of things going on with your channel. But I want to know the first thing, which is, when did you decide to go full-time and downsize? Because I know the last you had your house on the market. Like, what precipitated that?
Well, last year we went on a 3-week trip to Michigan.
Yep.
And we came home and the water line in our house broke.
Oh.
So we had to do some remodeling. And, what better time to sell a house than when it's completely remodeled?
And we have been talking about it for a while anyways. And watching other YouTube channels and just, getting the RV bug. And then we decided, like she said, we came back and we had to basically remodel the whole house because of the water leak.
Yeah.
And so
everything in the house had to go to storage for them to do the floors. So we were living in the RV while they were remodeling the house.
Oh,
and
geez.
Like if we can make it work for that little time frame, then why not try?
And the house would never be closer to being ready to be sold after it was done with that. And the housing market is real. It's a seller's market.
Yeah, it was booming.
It was just everything worked out. It was perfect timing.
Yeah.
Well, so I was going to say that's a great story because I was wondering, like, sometimes people make the decision, but the decision was sort of made for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That happened back in November, and then we had the house sold by February.
Wow. Yeah, it's definitely a seller's market. I know a lot of people. We ended up buying a house for our kids, and it was a really tough thing. I think we went through like 4 or 5 contracts just to get a house. So
Yes.
Right, yeah, it was tough selling it too. We ended up having 7 bids?
45 showings in the first 3 days, and
That's
7
amazing.
bids, and sold within 72 hours.
Wow. Okay,
Yeah.
so you're in Maine. I have to tell you, this is on my list of places to go. I'm a little jealous right now. I think by the time I can get there, it's going to be another year or two. So what made you go to Maine?
We've always wanted to.
It's just been on our list.
It's always been on the list. Yes. And so we're really excited about being up here. We're really excited about visiting Acadia National Park.
No.
We'll be in Acadia for a week.
We have both taken a week of vacation just to be able to get away and explore the national park for a week in Bar Harbor and the surrounding area.
Well, eat a lobster roll for me, would you please?
We certainly will.
Oh yeah, just
lots of lobster.
Load up on that seafood because I love that stuff.
I'm sorry, there's no R in lobster up here. It's lobster.
Lobster.
Yeah, lobster.
I love it. All right, now, so when I met you guys, I'm going to show this picture because this is always fun. So this is how we met. Let me share this real quick. You'll notice this crazy group of people. Oh my goodness. That was a huge, huge event. And this was Mayberry last year. For those of you who don't know, this was the Mayberry meetup last year. And there's a lot of people there. And we got to meet each other and see each other's rigs and go in and talk about stuff. And of course, you and I are talking like puppy dog things, which is fun.
Yeah.
But what did you think about, this was your first time meeting all these people. What did you guys think about Mayberry?
We loved Mayberry. We'll be back this year.
Yeah.
And then, meeting all of you guys and being able to chat with y'all and learn about other people that do what we do is really, that's really cool to make that connection, because not often you get to meet somebody that actually understands.
Yes, that's a big deal. It's like finding someone who understands, rigs. And am I correct in saying you got a drone at Mayberry? Do I remember this correctly?
Yeah.
I went out and bought a drone.
Friends don't let friends buy drones, and you bought a drone. So.
Yeah. While we were there.
He left me for the day to go find a drone.
Go find a Best Buy.
Yeah, this is what happens. I know when you get a bunch of guys together and they're like, "Hey, let's go to Best Buy." My children don't allow me to go to Best Buy by myself because I will come home with something, some kind of tech toy, and I'm like, "Oh, geez."
I couldn't be the only YouTube channel there without a drone. That just wasn't going to happen.
I know. Well, next year you can teach me. I'll tell you what. I'm getting ready for it. We're not there yet. I'm afraid. So we'll see how this works.
When you're ready, he'll help.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hey, well, we've got some more people who are jumping in. So we got Mobang. Hey, Timmy, how are you? Good to see you. This is fun. It says, here we go. Yes, she did, because his wife is awesome and said yes.
Oh.
Yeah, there were drones and cameras everywhere. Absolutely. Every time when we were doing our, our group picture, like you were just seeing, all these drones were coming out and people were setting things up. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was really cool.
All right, now let's talk about, you've got 2 amazing teen kids.
We do.
Mm-hmm.
How old are they?
Michaela is 16 and Nicholas is 14.
That's hard to imagine. And then you've got 3 fur babies.
I do. And Pixie, Luna, and Comet.
Oh my goodness. And
I don't know what Ace Comet's making there, but he looks like he's having a good day.
I was looking at this going, that's one kind of purse. I like that kind of purse.
And that's in our old rig.
That's your old rig. So that's what I was saying. So you guys had, what was your old rig? It was a Grand Design.
It was a Reflection 311 VHS.
Okay. Yep. And then what made you go to a different rig?
The toy hauler.
Full time. Once we got out on the road, we started to realize some of the things that we wish we had in an RV. And
one of the biggest items I think is a washer and dryer.
Yeah, we got going to the laundromat all the time. That got old very quickly.
Yeah.
And I wasn't always able to go when she had time to go. So, and I just didn't feel comfortable in some places, with her going by herself. And I know she can take care of herself, but that's just me.
Yeah. No one's going to mess with her with that Chihuahua. I'm telling you, that's a vision.
But yeah, a wash and dryer was a big thing, and then we just wanted more space. That's what it boiled down to. We just wanted a little bit more space.
Yep, and Nicholas was getting a little too long for the bed in the bunkhouse.
Yeah, feet hanging off.
That's okay. So that is something we talk about this with families. You look at those bunkhouses; they're very short. Some of them are really tiny, and then you get these boys that are just growing like a foot a day.
Yeah, it's fine for kids that haven't hit their growth spurt yet, but once they hit that growth spurt and they are continuously growing, it can be a challenge.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, my kids, I don't even get me started. Mine are like well over 6'5". So to put them in anything, it's just, I have to just either rent a cabin or get another vehicle. I've offered my 24-year-old, I said, I'll buy you a tow behind. He's got a vehicle that can tow. I'm like, you guys could just stay in that one and I'll stay in my van and we could just go places. So just wait till they get old enough to drive and you'll start thinking like, oh, we could have two separate little tiny homes. There you go. Oh my God. Oh, Timmy is so sweet. Gas money. We love gas money. This is so cool. So Timmy, he gets a super sticker. So hold on, guys. We love having our fun super sticker shout outs. So let's see. Tonight we're going to do, oh my goodness. I think it's me jumping for joy. There we go. Thank you. Thank you for the gas money. We appreciate it. And it's getting super expensive over here. So what's the gas money in Maine today?
I don't
know. We just installed a larger fuel tank.
Yep, like a week ago.
And we drove from Pennsylvania to Maine and still have not had to fill up yet. So
wow.
Can't tell you what the gas prices are yet.
Well, enjoy that. I think right now we're at $3.49 in Middle Tennessee. And with the hurricane situation, what happened last time with Hurricane Katrina, we ran out of gas. So now everyone is making sure that we're all filling up our gas tanks down the south because we know it could come this way. So our prayers, of course, are going out there to those affected with this past storm, and we're still dealing. It's pretty bad, and we're still dealing with significant flooding we had in Tennessee. We had over 20 pass away from flash floods. It was minutes and seconds, and I've been working with rescue crews and with other organizations as far as like helping with displaced pets and families and things like that. So we're getting more rain right now as we speak, and it's just
that's so crazy.
It's a little sad, but we're working out. Really cool. Okay, so the teens are good, the dogs are good, but the toy hauler, you guys did some special stuff to your toy hauler to make this work. So what did you do?
We did. People, it's so funny too, because on our video, when we showed modifying a brand new, like 2021 toy hauler,
they thought we were crazy.
People thought we were nuts. Like, why would you buy a brand new RV and renovate it? But we had to make it ours. We had to make it our own. Yeah. So we took the front room and converted it into it's not really a bunkhouse, but we took the king bed out and made 2 twin size beds that kind of line the front nose and the side wall.
Yep. So they have an open floor.
Yep. And then we converted the garage into a master bedroom, which is also doubles as my office when the bed is in the up position.
Which is pretty awesome because you, like me, we're both digital nomads and we both have full-time jobs. So when we're on the road, you've got to have a place to work. You've got to have
I like having an extra monitor too.
Oh yeah. Small things.
Yep.
Gotta love it. And internet. So how are you doing with internet? Are you guys doing okay with data? Or I think internet is fairly close to oxygen when it comes to RVing.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is. Yeah. So we have AT&T hotspot, and then we have unlimited Verizon cell phones.
Okay.
Plus I have Verizon. I have a corporate account, Verizon, through my work.
Okay.
That actually gets better service. I guess I don't know if they prioritize corporate accounts or what. Mm-hmm. But that actually gets better service than
anything
than our personal Verizon accounts, which is what I'm streaming on right now.
If you guys are in the chat, you don't give me your phone number. I don't need your phone number, but let me know if you're AT&T, Verizon, Sprint, T-Mobile. I'm just curious as to who our travelers are using these days. Are you guys using any kind of like amplification system for data, or anything special?
Not yet. We keep looking at a couple different things, but we haven't decided on anything yet to do.
Yeah, we have found that we have an iPad that has data service, and we have found that the iPad gets much better data stream at like speed signal for our computers to run hotspot on than the iPhones do.
Yeah.
Even though they're on the same network.
Is that interesting? So you wonder if it's the antenna or how that's actually received?
I think maybe the antenna is bigger because the device is so much bigger.
Yeah. So we haven't gotten any external antennas yet. We keep looking at them, but we haven't really came up with what we want to do for a permanent solution.
Yeah. It's tough. Joe Vance says, so what happened when the first monitor fell and broke? He said you need a second monitor. I'm like, oh yeah. I get it, Joe. No. We need 2 monitors to work, not.
Yeah, the first monitor that was bad.
It went to the dumpster.
Yeah, that was unfortunate.
Yeah, now are you guys using PC or Apple? There's the other fun question of the day.
We use Apple.
Mac. Everything's Mac.
Everything's Mac. Yeah.
Apple. Yeah.
Now, my work computer is an HP because I use a software that isn't Apple compatible. But my personal computer is a Mac.
All our devices are Apple. All the editing, I use a MacBook Pro, and she uses a Mac for everything else.
Yeah, I can understand. I'm a Mac person. We're a house divided because my husband's in IT, and he's like, I hate Apple. He's one of those kind of things. But that's okay. And actually, it's great because I have a Mac Mini and I have a Mac Pro, and when I travel, I have all this stuff geared up, and so in my van, I've got it all technologically rigged out, and it works perfect for me. So, and you said you have your own little desk station like in your back. That's perfect.
Yeah.
Whatever works, whatever gets you through the night. So let's see what we got here as far as like who's using what. So Johnny's on AT&T, Jim and Sue are on Verizon. Doreen says Verizon for camping therapy. Here we go. We're divided too. See Sprint, T-Mobile, and Verizon. Understand this. They're using a family plan or plan through FMCA. Understood. Mac Daddy Bezos is thinking Starlink courtesy of Elon Musk.
Oh yes, we would love that.
So we've been talking about that. Have you done any research on that?
I love that his name is Mac Daddy Bezos, who's using Starlink with Elon Musk. All they do is sue each other now.
Pretty much, just for fun. Just for fun. Yeah. Timmy's using a T-Mobile and TracFone. Yeah, I'll tell you what we're doing right now is I have Verizon, and then I have an AT&T card in my WineGuard. I still have a WineGuard on top. Okay. So if I'm in a place where I have better service on AT&T versus Verizon, I can do the switch. But we tend to have really good service with AT&T in a lot of these remote spots that I thought Verizon would be a better fit, and you just never know.
Yeah, we've been looking into the multi SIM card routers, the PEP waves that can combine all the signals. They're kind of expensive, but I think at some point we'll probably be going with a system like that.
Yeah, if you can, I think Technomadia is one of my favorite technology channels when it comes to like data and cell service and looking at plans and what they're doing. They do a really great job, and so they've got a nice website blog that can show you some options.
Okay.
I really like. I think I forget what it's called, but if you go to their Technomadia YouTube channel, they have a link to it, and that's all they do. That's all they do is technology, and they have some great Nomad tips. So yeah, check them out. All right, I'm going to give you some props on this because I want to know, when did you guys update your website? Ooh.
Oh, that's something I've been working on in the kind of on the back end. I am not a web design or application builder at all, so this is taking some time for me. But it's still work in progress. We've updated it just recently. If you scroll down, one of the neat features that I've added is where you can where you can see a map, and you can zoom in on that map and see all the locations that we have visited. And on those little dots, if you click one of those dots, it will actually bring up the video from that location.
All right, I'm going to pick on one. I'm just going to go way up here to Boston, and there you go.
There you go. And if you click that, you can actually view it right there. You don't even have to go into YouTube. Very
nice. Well, we'll have to talk about that because we are going to have a, we'll call it an expert or share your expertise YouTube style at Mayberry when we're talking about these things, because it's important that we all learn some of these tips and tricks. And some of us are on templates. Some are using WordPress. Some are using all sorts of things. So yeah, you have to let us know how this is working.
We use Squarespace. It's just the easiest. If you have limited knowledge of how to build websites, it's the easiest to get started with. And that map piece right there is actually Google will provide you the code you need to embed it into your website. So it wasn't that hard once I was able to read up on it a little bit.
Yeah, once he figured it out.
Okay, I'm going to need the workshop, but yes, that sounds good.
Yeah.
Very cool. Yeah, no, I'm really excited because I know what it's like to put a website together. I know how much time and effort it takes. And I know, when you do a website, you want to keep people on your website and you want to make sure that you're driving traffic in those areas. We're working really hard on our Forever Best Friend Finder, as well as our dog friendly sites as we travel across the country. So we're sort of adding to other databases, which is wonderful, and collaborating with them, but it's a lot of work.
It's a ton of work. And our website, we've just gotten to the point now where we've added other content And then the gear, we also have our Amazon store and our bonfire shop actually embedded in there now too. So that's it's work in progress. It's taken a while, but it's getting there.
Yeah, I tell you what, there's certain things everyone's got to. You've got to have all these links to different things. I know we've got our, everyone's got their camping essentials or, the things that you want to have. And it's fun because I like looking at other people's sites to find out exactly, what are on your top 10 lists.
Yep.
We're already starting to make our top 10 gifty holiday lists. It's hard to imagine we're almost Christmas. I'm like, no, you've got to be. We went to the store and there's Christmas stuff out. I'm like,
yeah.
It's all
I see Johnny's Journey said 1 essay workshop.
Yeah, exactly right. Yep. I love this. Well, cool beans. All right. So let me go back to my list of fun questions because I want to know how you would describe your personal YouTube channel.
You want to take a crack at it?
Nope.
All right. I can do it. So we are a full-time RV family. But what I like to say is that the RV is where we live when we're in the locations. Really, our channel is about the adventures that we're having and the memories that we're making together by being able to travel the United States. And our goal is to be able to show others that you don't have to quit your job and you don't have to be retired to be able to live this lifestyle. And we're doing it, and we're doing it successfully. And we're hoping to be able to show you, tips and tricks along the way of how you can achieve your goals as well, even if it's not full-time RV living, but you just want to get out there.
Absolutely. And I love your channel. I think you guys are doing great. You were over 5,000 subscribers. Congratulations. That's a big deal. That's one of my goals this year is 5,000. We'll see if we can hit that. Now, do you guys put out your YouTube videos on a cadence, like once a week, or how do you do that?
We are now up to twice a week, Wednesdays and Sundays.
Okay.
Sundays typically tend to be more of our adventures from week to week, kind of carrying the story along. And then we'll use Wednesdays for special things, or if there isn't product reviews or campground reviews, things like that. But we will weave the story in to Wednesdays as well.
Yeah, I think twice a week is great. I really do. I really appreciate that. A lot of people. It makes a great cadence. We do ours on Sunday as well, but I think we're going to start dropping one. We do we do a lot of shorts, and our shorts get a lot of attention and traction. But we have a lot of content. I know it sounds horrible. I'm so excited when you have so much content. You just want to share it, and you're like, how do I get it all out there without pushing it too far?
Just upload something cute every day.
I struggle a little bit because twice a week for me is still a lot because I struggle with I'm such a perfectionist when it comes to our content, and I will just edit until I feel like it's
okay. You have to walk away. You have to walk away, and sometimes
I have to just walk away.
So and sometimes honestly, even the most professionally or the oopses that I always have 5 or 6 things. I'm like, oh, I wish I would have done that, but no one else cares but you.
I know.
We're our own worst critics on some of these, and you're like, okay, it's okay. It looks great.
I know.
So what has been your most viewed? What's your topic of your most viewed video so far on your channel?
That would be Mackinac Island.
Yeah.
That video is just picked up. It's ranking first in search results. Nice. And you think about there's been some really big channels that have visited Mackinac Island. And pro tip, if you ever want to see where your videos are ranking, go into an incognito or a private window and pull up YouTube and then search that topic, and you'll get a kind of an unbiased view of where your stuff is ranking because you're not logged in and it has no history of your viewing. So I use that every once in a while to see where my videos are ranking. But Mackinac Island's up there, and it's still year round getting 400 to 600 views every 48 hours. So it's still up there. It's still up there.
That's exciting. Good for you. That's really cool. I love when you get a ranking way up there. New Horizons wants to know, do you use 1,000 Trails or any campground memberships?
Yeah, we purchased 1,000 Trails in January when we were hitting the road. And then we have Good Sam's and Passport America. But we typically have been just staying in the 1,000 Trails program, so we haven't had to use the other ones yet.
Okay, here we go. Harold, I care, and I love flawless B-roll.
We know Johnny loves his B-roll.
Yeah.
Gotta have the
I mean, Johnny's gotten pretty good at it too. I've been.
She's gotten.
I stay up to date on her content as well, and it is.
We're all. I think what's great is we're watching the evolution of all our channels, and we're seeing how we're all growing, and it's really fun to see how things are changing.
Everybody's progressing.
Yeah, it's kind of like I feel like we're almost like the upperclassmen getting ready to graduate now. You see a new layer of RV channels kind of coming in every so often, and there are some of us that had just kind of started at the same time, and it feels like we're
at the
class together.
We're the COVID class of 2020.
We're going to college now, and
that's right. We'll get there. Yeah. I want to address this before I forget. So, Angie, first off, I want to make sure you're okay. This is important because I did see your video today, especially on Facebook. So, for those of you who are being impacted by a lot of water, like we are as well, please stay safe out there. And if you need help, let us know because we are part of your YouTube family, and if we can get you help, we will definitely try. So, stay safe. If it's flooding, don't go driving it. That's for sure.
No.
Whew, scary. And McGuire's on Tire says, yes, your video from last year is rocking. Yeah. Yeah. And Johnny's like, yeah, we're the upper class now. Of course. We get letter jackets or something. It'll be fun. We'll get like little stickers.
Be great. When do we get our ring fittings? When does that happen?
Oh, that wouldn't be fun. I'm still in the lower. No, you're not in the lower class, Susan. Oh my goodness. And Angie said, hubby had to walk part of the way home. Yeah, I'm sure. It's been a little crazy. So yeah, try to just take a deep breath. But if you need anything, let us know. I was going to say emails, our phones are dinging all night from different people who are going through a lot of this stuff. So I don't know if you're familiar with in Tennessee, near Piney River, near Waverly, there was a huge campground right on the river, and it took up 6 rows of campground, rows of rigs all the way up that they had like 3 to 5 minutes. And the water was already on their top, and they had to keep moving. A lot of rigs just went floating down the river. Brand new Airstreams, brand new everything. That's so crazy. For those of you who like to be by a river or by a lake, that's great. But you just got to really be careful. Really be careful.
Yeah, because you never know when it's going to be rising.
We're a quarter of a mile off the Atlantic Ocean right now.
Yeah, this is a little different. I think a little different kind of water here.
Yeah.
Okay. McGuire says you guys are definitely upperclassmen. We are hoping to be promoted from kindergarten soon. Oh. You're doing great.
You guys are doing great.
They're doing great.
They've got a great live stream. Oh my gosh, they're wonderful. Their live streams are amazing. You guys put a lot of effort into it. That's a lot of work.
Yes.
Jeez. Okay, so jumping back here because I want to know, I saw the 3 pups. What are some tips that you guys have for traveling with your dogs and RV? Ooh.
Go for it.
So, for me, I like to, we were out of our RV for 2 weeks when it was getting fixed. So bringing the dogs back in, they can be a little nervous and anxious and stuff like that because they're not used to it again because, they had a backyard to play in. So just be patient with them and, show them that it's okay and show them lovin's. And right now, Comment's sleeping on the couch like he never missed a beat. So that's key is just be patient with them, but also make sure you walk them around their surrounding and keep the leash on them if you're going to walk them with the leash at home. That way, when you're at the campground, they're already used to using the bathroom on the leash.
Yeah, and then we, of course, we like to go on adventures, and sometimes like national parks, some don't allow dogs on trails, and so what we do is we make sure we have cameras. If you there's an app called Alfred that is actually free to download, and you can use like an iPad or any type of device as a camera in your RV. And so we use Alfred. It connects directly back to my iPhone, and thankfully, the new rig that we have, we can remote in and check the temperature, control the AC, control the generator.
Nice.
So if we ever see the power goes out, we can crank the generator and the AC's on for the pups and just make sure that they're staying safe.
Yeah.
Generator. If we ever see the power goes out, we can crank the generator and the AC's on for the pups and just make sure that they're staying safe. Yeah.
It makes a huge difference. It makes a huge difference as far as like we talk.
We're hearing an echo.
I'm hearing an echo. Like, where's the echo coming from? So when you talk about like making sure pups are safe, because that's important. We talk about when people leave because you can't do everything all the time with your dogs. Even though we try, it's really tough. So how are you doing for temperature control? What are you guys using? Other than teenagers.
Well, that's the we have the.
It's called One Control.
One Control. It's a Lippert. It's the system that comes in the RV now.
Yeah.
So we can monitor all 3 areas of our RV, the front, the mid, and the garage, pretty much live, and then change the temperature if we need to.
Okay, that makes a big difference. I know we've got a new app. We've got an RV Master app, which is nice, so I can see exactly what it is. We've had Waggle over the years. We've had lots of different things trying to figure out what we can come up with. Some of them were dependent upon internet and Wi-Fi. That was the frustrating part. So, depending on where you are, sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. So that's a little scary. Yeah.
And our one control for the generator, it has a setting to auto start if the battery drops below a certain voltage. So if we were to lose power, the generator should get going and keep the rig up to temp.
Now, I like that idea because I know I have solar panels, but it only works, even in the best of situations, I think they only kick in for 3 hours. If for some reason I'm really far away, I've got to come up with a plan B. We just got our generator oil changed. We were at the official 100 hours. Woohoo! Yes. And it's not the easiest place to change the oil. Let me tell you, it's like way under this van. So I'm going to, Johnny and I were talking. She was like, I think I'd move that. I would have killed that a few trips because it's really low to the ground. So might be some things on my wish list this year. We'll find out what's going on.
Do some changes.
Just a few changes. No big things. So I know you're in Maine, but what's on your bucket list? Ooh.
Well, I really want to go see. I want to go to Banff. I want to see Banff. I want to go to Alaska. I'd love to spend a couple months up in Alaska, just exploring. There are so many things on this list, and we have a list a mile long of places we want to visit.
We created a map on RV Twit Wizard of every place we wanted to see.
Yeah.
And it's like 167 items.
It's crazy.
It's crazy.
But that's good. Hey, if you guys in the chat, let me know if there's one place in your bucket list that you guys really, really want to travel to, because I'm curious. And it can be offshore. It could be Greece. It could be the Grand Canyon. It could be Banff, like you said. I want to go to McDonald Lake. You know what I'm talking about when I say McDonald Lake? It's the one with the pretty rocks that are colored due to the minerals in the lake. I love this thing. Like I love photography, and before my eyes really, really go, there's a few places I want to photograph, and that's one of them.
Lake Superior is, if you ever get a chance, Lake Superior is beautiful, and it has a lot of colored rocks in it too.
Yeah. POA says Alaska for us. Yep, I'm telling you, we could do this.
Now, if we're talking about offshore, and I don't have to worry about the RV and everything, I think we would probably be hanging out in Bora Bora.
Yeah, no, well, go for it. Enjoy the moment. Okay, RV Underway says, "What's a good pet monitoring system?" And that's a really good question. So, what would you guys suggest? Because I've got a couple ideas here.
Yeah, if you don't have a system already in the RV, we did a review on Waggle. Mm-hmm. I would say if you have Verizon service, like it is one more bill. That's the downside of it. But it is actually a pretty good system for you to be able to monitor at least the temperature and the humidity in your rig.
It doesn't have a camera built into it, which I felt like was a downside. So we were still using Alfred on top of the Waggle.
And the Waggle, I think, is about $120 a year, if I'm not mistaken. Last I looked.
Right.
Yeah, for monitoring of that. So yeah, it'll be interesting. But I have a Waggle as well. I have like some backups just in case. So I would look into that first. And then the second thing, I do like the idea of having a camera available because something can happen. The other thing is, at the end of the day, put a note on your van or your RV or your rig. Yes. Please.
With my pets. Yep.
Oh my gosh. Because number one, we've been places where the electric goes out, something happens, or let's say I'm at a parking lot and I'm running into a store to get something to come back. Let people know that it's air conditioner, temperature control for your pet, so they're not breaking your window to get your pet out of there.
Yeah.
That's
I love how the new Tesla cars do that. Have you seen that? Where the pets, and there's like a little message on the center that says it's in pet friendly mode or something.
Yes. I think it's really cool. But I also like to leave my phone number. I have a Google phone number that doesn't, it's like my public number that people don't personally have to my cell phone number, but I'll put my Google phone number on my door and say, if there's a problem, call this, and it forwards to my phone. And that way, that's a nice safety device. If you're going somewhere for a long period of time, or even just like to the store and back. We've had a couple people knock on the door and you're like, whoa, hello, like I'm here.
Yeah, they can't tell in the van.
Yeah.
I see Susan says she's going to the Tampa Rv Show. That is an amazing show.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
We will be there.
Oh, are you guys going this year?
Yes.
Yeah,
Awesome.
the tickets go on sale in October, so we haven't bought the fairground tickets yet. But
We stay on the
plan on being
fairground.
there.
That is great to be able to walk in and out because you don't have to worry about buying that expensive food at the RV show.
And you can check on the dogs.
And you can check on the pups.
Yeah.
throughout
And is the fairground boondocking, I think, or no?
They have
You
electric.
get 30 amp,
You get 30 amp electric.
Okay.
but you don't have water or sewer. So make sure you filled up on water and you're empty on your sewer when you get there.
When you get there, that's really good. Okay. All right. So real quick. So Susan says they haven't gone too far because Tucker's still a baby. We understand that little stuff. Johnny says she wants to go to Banff for sure. Like, yeah, we're on the Banff. We're all going to go there. Joe says my wife is dying to do Angel's Landing.
Oh yeah.
Very cool. Johnny says I get to hike Costa Rica this year. Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
Nice. I have a friend that just actually bought land down Costa Rica and he's building. So I'm like, ooh. Okay. Fairy Dust says Bora Bora, Greece, and New Zealand. Oh, you have me at New Zealand.
New Zealand's on my
Yes.
list.
Yeah. Greece has been on my list for some time, but I'm going to put New Zealand in front of that right now. So yeah, I love this. And it says New Horizons. I'm finally getting the chance to see the ocean next month and getting the chance to go to Florida, and they're going to Tampa. So
Very cool.
exciting
Well,
for
we'll
them.
be there, so we have to meet up again.
Yeah. And Johnny said that she did Angel's Landing and it was awesome. Good to know. Linda says, I want to see Vancouver and I want to drive the length of the Mississippi River. Whew,
That's a cool goal.
Wow.
that would be cool.
That'd be cool.
I'd like to float. I'd like to take a boat down. That'd be really cool.
Yeah.
Did you hear that for the first time we had an issue with Hurricane Ida that made the Mississippi River go backwards?
Really?
Really, this is a meteorological feat that I heard about today.
Wow.
Fairy Dust says, when in January is the RV show? Do you guys know the dates?
I want to say it's January. Oh,
I
no,
say it's usually the third week,
the 10th or the 22nd, I think.
13th.
Tampa Rv Show.
Yeah. It's a good time. It's a really good time. I'd like to get down. It's in January. Typically
January.
I'm home. I'm home December and January, and then we go back out. But yeah,
It's the 19th through the 23rd.
there you go. And the tickets go on sale, you say, this weekend?
In October.
No, they go in the fall. It just says in the fall right now.
Yeah, last year it was like October 17th. So they'll announce it when it gets closer.
And if you're going with someone and you want to go to the fairgrounds, make sure you show up together because they park you in the order you
Arrive.
arrive.
Oh, good
If you're
point.
traveling with someone, make sure you show up with them.
Yes, like you can meet in a parking lot nearby and then follow each other in.
Okay, here's a good one. They say if the New Madrid fault in the Boot Hill of Missouri goes, it will send the Mississippi backwards as well.
Oh, wow.
Good to know. Good to know. Yeah, she said thank you, and she wants to go. Yeah, well, we should find like a Cracker Barrel or somewhere to all meet
Meet
up
up.
and just drive in together and do it that way. I'm
We
sure.
usually we'll be staying at the Orlando 1,000 Trails
Before that.
right before that, so we'll be leaving there to go to the fairground, which
Okay.
I think it's like an hour drive.
Yeah, it's not that bad. It's pretty easy. Okay.
But show up early.
We've got to take a quick break and say thank you to our sponsors real quick. And if you guys can hold on, I'm going to take 60 seconds to say thank you to our channel members and thank you to all these people who've been helping us out. And just so you guys know, our channel members are amazing, amazing people because all the money, all the net proceeds from our channel members goes to help all the animal rescues that we meet as we go traveling each month. So here we go, guys. 60 seconds. And
Telling me to dance, taking a chance. Telling me to dance, taking a chance. Telling me to dance, taking a chance.
dancing in the background. I'm like, woohoo! Got the disco ball. I'm all good.
I like that song. It's very catching.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun. We love our channel members. We have so many great friends. We really appreciate everything. And we just actually got back from the Friends of Williamson County Animal Center event this past week, in which we were able to donate a nice little chunk of money for a lot of transportation. From actually now dogs are in Louisiana. They're going to Chicago. Now they really, really need it. So it's been really cool.
That's really
neat.
Awesome.
Oh my gosh. So New Horizons real quick says they are seriously looking into getting 1,000 Trails membership. Just take the stress off getting into campgrounds, plus not worry about how much is the campground costing.
I could go into 1,000 Trails. I don't know if it relieves all the stress. Susan, we should talk. Because there's just so many members that's depending on what campgrounds you're looking at. Some are very popular.
Yeah.
So like where we're at today is called Moody Beach in Maine. And, we booked this months in advance just because it's a very popular destination.
Yeah. It's like the one that we were at in Acadia, we actually couldn't get in as a 1,000 Trail member. So we decided to go ahead and pay for it. So that we could have it offer for Acadia.
Yeah, and I heard there was 1,000 Trails in Bar Harbor, like right outside. Is this? Do you know about this one?
That's
There,
one.
yeah, it's called the Narrows. It's right outside of Acadia, and so there's two of them actually, but they're encore, and that's a whole nother
whole other level.
1,000 Trails. Yeah, so but we have that, but unfortunately, there's very limited spots, and you only get a certain amount of time to try to book it.
Yeah, I tell you what, I'm sort of really enjoying Boondockers Welcome. Can I tell you? I love Harvest Toast, don't get me wrong, but Lance from Boondocking and Boomer took a nice little vacation, and he had like 3 or 4 places picked out, and they were dog friendly. He could plug in. They many times offered water, like on the way traveling. And I know I'm actually going to be leaving to go to St. Louis, and then I'm going up to Amana, Iowa, to go see our friend Erin Jemison, and they're doing a big dog event up there this weekend for Labor Day.
Awesome.
So it's fabulous. I mean, I'm staying in Donna's yard, and Donna's going to let me plug in. So I have AC. I'm like, I love Donna.
That's awesome.
That's pretty cool.
It's fun. Yeah. And campground hunting is very stressful. I think, especially when you're traveling, you just want to know where you're going to sleep. I know people think it's like, oh, the adventure. I'm like, no, I want to find a place I could just
find a place to sleep.
And for us working, because we have to work during the week. So we typically travel on the weekends.
Yeah, Boondocker. I'm very intrigued. Yes, V, we will talk. Hey guys, I put a link in real quick. If anybody would like to come up and just say hey, because it's that time where we get to like have some friends up, because we're going to actually we're going to throw this to Redhead Riding Hood. She goes live after us, but we love having our friends come up and say hey, and it's not very often I get to hang with Harold and Cindy. I might even bring in my better half if I can talk him into it. Watch this. See, Dave, come over here. Dave, come over here.
Dave, I'll give you a virtual hug.
That's right. He's wearing tie-dye. Hint, hint. He's always wearing tie-dye. Hint, hint. So. I love it. Yeah. So it's been really fun to do a bunch of these, and these like thumbs up peeps. When we were in Virginia, I know you guys have been to Corella to watch the wild horses. You guys, what'd you guys think?
We went to the other side. We were in the Maryland side in Assateague. Is where we were.
Where we met Johnny's Journey, actually.
I say we got to see Johnny.
Well, we got to see her again.
Her and Kelly.
Yep.
And I love horses, so it was my absolute favorite thing to do.
That was really cool. We were looking at this going, that's sort of like Tennessee. I'm like, wait a minute, I could see horses by houses all day long. I just need to go out my backyard. Okay, wait, here comes our tie-dyed friend. Look, I may not be able to get him. I'll even move over on the bench.
Except he can move over the other way.
Oh, I got to move over the other way. Hold on. I'm moving the bench this way. There he is.
Yeah, she moves the bench.
The wrong direction.
Out of the camera view.
So I'm like, yeah, okay. I'm sitting on the bench. Hi, everybody.
Hi. Dave's like, Dave, my tie-dye friend. See, look at that. Ta-da.
Where? I don't see.
Right there.
Oh, okay.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, awesome. Okay, wait, we have one more friend coming over. Here we go. We're going to bring some more friends up. Dun, dun, dun. Hey, Lance.
Boomer.
Hello and good evening.
Hello.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Doing great.
Fantastic.
How are you doing?
I followed you guys only because you follow me, so we're even Steven.
All right, hold on. We have one more Canadian. We have to have a full Canadian panel here. Hold on.
Another Canadian? No, she's not Canadian. She speaks
totally
French. She speaks French.
I'm the first Canadian to the French. To the Canadian
Bonjour,
part.
madame. Bonjour, madame.
Bonjour.
Comment ça va?
Always fantastic. It's Monday.
Très bien, très
It's
bien.
Monday.
It's Monday. It's so exciting. All right, now B, you have a travel trailer, right?
I have a teardrop and an RV.
Okay, there we go. And Lance has a Class C and a park model. And Lance has got a great experience because how long have you had this park model?
18 years.
18 years.
I've been taking my kids up to the park model for 18 years. Going to the beach every single weekend.
Isn't that amazing?
Nice.
A long time. Yeah.
Yeah. So
But 3 years ago, I bought the Class C because we wanted to do day trips, and then Boomer couldn't fit in the van.
And Boomer is a Great Dane. Let me just, I know you have 2 doodles and Chihuahua, but
Nope, he's not
Yes.
here.
Great Danes are big.
And the best dogs.
yeah, Dave, they're great dogs.
Yeah, you have to get one. Everybody on the planet needs a Great Dane.
I've always wanted a Harlequin Great Dane.
Oh.
Yeah,
It
mine's a
doesn't fit in
fawn.
the teardrop.
Hey,
That doesn't fit in.
yes, he will. He will, but all 3 of you won't.
Yeah, no one else will.
Yeah.
But the Dane will.
Yeah,
No one else.
The dog has his own doghouse.
it's a tier
That would be
Dane.
a doghouse.
Dear Dane.
Doghouse, yeah.
All right. So V, do you have any questions for One Strange Adventure? Because, he's like, they're up in Maine. They're closer to you than I am to you these
Yeah,
days.
they're Eastern.
True.
Yay! We don't have many Eastern people. It's always Western people.
They have worse. Hey, V, they have worse weather than we do. In Maine,
Yes.
for sure. So, do you know Nate from Nate
Do you
Dog?
do you do winter camping?
I have all kinds of questions for these people.
We did last year, but it was only because we were just kind of getting started. But we will avoid it at all costs this year.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. We've seen.
In fact, I have taken my heated hose and I put that thing in storage and hope to never see it again.
You
So
should always
you're-
keep it.
So what time of year are you planning on heading south?
We will be in Florida by November 1st.
Gotcha.
And
What?
we will be there until the Tampa RV Show. And then after that, we are heading out to Arizona. And we'll be out west for a while.
Okay. All right. Makes sense.
Yeah, after seeing KR Destinations winter videos,
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
No.
yeah,
No.
that will turn everybody off.
Even the people from Minnesota who
What?
love like winter camping. No.
No.
But did you watch Batch's winter camping? He did fantastic.
Some people love it. I think happiness is a warm woman. I'm sorry.
not a cold,
would
not a
be
cold
there.
RV.
That's why we
Well,
have the
I-
electric blanket
I-
and the teardrop.
I'll tell you what, we were in Florida when that polar vortex came down and took out, went through Texas. And it was definitely, we were in Florida the day, I think they called it National Hate Florida Day because everybody else was in the 20s and 30s and it was like 80.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, so we were in
Wow.
Louisiana and we U-turned and made it back to Florida before the winter storm.
Yeah. That Texas thing was crazy. That was absolutely
Yeah.
not cool.
Now you guys have a fifth wheel. It's a it's not who I thought it was. Grand Design.
They have
We have a Grand Design.
Oh, it
Momentum.
is Grand Design. I don't recognize that front. I'm just looking at the front. Is it a 4-season or just
It is. It's a
Yes.
4-season.
okay? Does the tanks heated or
Yep.
are they
Yeah.
heated with heating pads or does the furnace keep the tanks cool?
It has heat
Or warm?
pads. They're wrapped.
They're wrapped, and then it also has the heat. The furnace heats the belly of the front.
Okay,
Oh,
that's good. Cool. And you're happy with the Grand Design?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Most
Yeah,
people
we
are.
had the reflection and then we went to the momentum. We'll stick with Grand Design as long as we're in a
Here's
total.
the real question, if I'm not mistaken. From the tip of your truck to the end of the rig, how many feet long is that?
Can we guess? Can we guess first?
Yeah,
Go for it.
Yeah, take it.
178 feet. Because that's what it feels like, isn't it, when you're driving one of them?
Yeah, it's an apartment complex behind me.
Yeah.
That's what it feels like.
59?
We're right at 62 feet, I think.
Yeah, you're close.
So
Very
close.
Yeah.
V gets
Now
the
you-
jelly.
Do you guys do you park for like a month at a time, 2 months at a time, or do you do a
Usually
lot?
about a week
A
to 2
week
weeks.
to 2 weeks.
Ah,
On
wow.
the road.
You're in a fifth wheel.
Yeah. The longest we've stayed at a park is 21 days.
Yep, that was down in Orlando.
Yeah.
We stayed in Orlando for 21 days.
Well,
Fun.
no, because of your size, so let's think about that. I mean, that does make a factor if you're moving, I'm assuming.
Oh yes.
Yeah, huge.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, we can't find a state park or something to stay in.
no.
Most of them just can't accommodate our rig.
So would you prefer? Do you like the 2 weeks at a time? Is that like your happy spot, or what do you?
It is. I like to leave like this campground. We got here on Sunday. We won't leave until the following Saturday, so that we have a weekend to explore.
Yeah.
And then we can explore the following Saturday as well.
Yeah, because we work full time Monday through Friday.
Yeah.
Staying 2 weeks allows us an open weekend in the middle to just do whatever we want and not have to travel every weekend.
Now, when you go from one campground to the next one, do you stop somewhere like at a Walmart for one night or Cabela's, or do you go directly from one campground to the next?
Typically, we try to plan 300 to 400 miles at the most in a day.
So you don't boondock anywhere halfway through or something.
We will if we have to, but even on our way to Maine, we came from Richmond, Virginia to Maine. So we actually found 1,000 trails along the route that we could just stay one night in. Yeah. So it was still free for us.
That's good. And do you have both your passports and coming to Canada?
I wish we could come to Canada. We don't.
Ontario is the boondocking. Ontario is the boondocking capital of the world.
We're going to be really close. We are going all the way up to the most northern part of Maine on the eastern shore, right where Canada starts to turn back.
It's called
That's New Brunswick.
We will be there for a week, and I'm pretty excited just to take a picture with the little sign that says the 43rd parallel, halfway to the North Pole. I'm just excited about that part, to be honest.
Yeah.
Take some pictures.
Those are
I have a question. Will you be having a Santa hat?
Santa what?
A Santa hat?
Halfway there.
Or maybe reindeer ears. Reindeer ears work too.
He does look like a young Kris Kringle, doesn't he?
There
I know. He does look like an elf.
He does. So who empties the poop tank?
Ooh.
Sorry, I should have said blank tank. Really? I'm surprised because Charlie Grace does hers.
Yeah, I do mine.
I know how to do it.
Not all the time, no.
What, Dave does it too?
Uh-huh.
Okay, I got to see
Charlie Grace likes to do other things to the black water tank besides emptying.
Fill it up.
Fills it up and flushes it?
No. Hitting it.
It's all the Mexican food.
We have a 6.5 inch ground clearance problem right now.
Oh, you do? 6.5 inch?
6.5 inch.
That's nothing.
Well,
That's not even a water bottle.
I had the same ground clearance on the Class C. If you really want to think about it, if you look where the exhaust was and where the pipe for the generator, same exact thing. So we're trying to figure out what we're going to do, and we'll get there. We'll figure.
I'll tell you what you do. It's easy.
What?
People that have problems with their black tank at the very back of their RV, and they have problems with ground clearance, they rerun the pipe up in front of the wheels. Whoa!
Our AC just kicked on.
Oh, that's what it was.
No, that's a lot.
It's probably Lance's fault. We just blame it on Lance.
No, it's Solix. He was landing the ship or something.
Well, cool. Well, guys, listen, I just want to say thank you for being our guest tonight. I really appreciate it. I'm so happy you guys got to be a part of this because we've been talking about having you guys on forever and ever. I'm like,
sorry we couldn't make it last time you asked. We didn't have any internet.
And thanks for having us up and asking these fine folks questions too.
Well, we got the Canadians. If we don't have the Canadians, what are we?
Exactly. North Americans?
North Americans.
Yes.
Okay, so we're gonna go raid a Redhead Riding Hood. And for those of you who have joined us, thank you so much tonight. Oh, there's our friend Mello. Hey, Marshall, good to see you. Thanks for joining. But where's Johnny? Oh, wait, it's Santa.
Oh.
No, it'll be fun. So we're going to be back live Thursday. We're going to cross our fingers because I'm going to be traveling, going to St. Louis for Yappy Hour, which will be fun. So we'll try to get there. We'll see. Who knows where I'm going to be? I could be in a Cracker Barrel or someplace. You never know.
Dave is not happy.
No. It's going to be fine. And
then good internet.
Oh, he'll be fine. And then, of course, we'll do our new video next Sunday. And any little tidbits you want to give us about your next video for One Strange Adventure? What's coming up?
Well, the channel is just catching up to where we are dropping our rig off in Elkhart, Indiana. So we had a number of things that we had to get fixed, and then we had to have a new side patio put on. So Grand Design was really good with working with us. Unfortunately, it's just one of those things that we're glad that they have great customer service when we do need it. So.
Yes, absolutely. I'm going to be talking about beer and dogs. Two of my favorite topics. So, I'm just saying, You've got
We
really
have a lot of learnings from that.
there was a lot to
So,
learn.
Mhm.
All right, guys. Hey, listen. Thanks, everybody. Thanks for coming on Monday. You guys
Bye.
can hold on 2
Thank you.
seconds. We're
Nice
going to
meeting
do
you.
the podcast in
Thank
Thank you
3,
so much.
2,
Nice meeting you.
1.